Like, if they were just the normal, like, why do they have to be like,
Well,
10
I think it would
foot?
have been funny if they were normal people size.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. That's the case with one of the Lost Primarchs. He was basically normal size, and so they thought he was cringe, and that's
They lost him in the crowd.
They
Yeah.
just lost them.
More
Just
men.
lost
They
him in this
they
super
put him
hard
on one of those like stretching racks, and they tried to make him bigger, and he died on the table. They're like,
Just
"Yeesh.
popped.
Throw him into the sun, I guess. Lost Primarch. Lol, 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 lol.
The Emperor accidentally overstretched him and tried to hide the evidence.
Yeah, that's the real scene. You're like,
The embarrassment.
"Ugh."
Whoopsie. Oh, welcome, guys.
It's the slightest bit late. Yeah. Hey,
There's an awkward
everyone.
silence.
Welcome to LoreCrimes. Hope you're having a good day. Thanks for coming to join us on this fine afternoon, evening.
This will be Colin's last appearance on LoreCrimes.
I
After the
executed
disgrace.
for being 0.25 seconds late because my internet was apparently a bit slow.
If next week you see a guy who looks suspiciously like Colin, he just got replaced by a new cast member.
Yeah, it's suspiciously similar, but not quite the same.
Different accent entirely as well.
No,
Be
but
hilarious.
today we're doing a nice little we listen, we don't judge. So you find folks in the Discord. We're hearing your slop garbage opinions, and we're going to discuss them.
Yes.
And I think that's the kindest way I can think to put it. Just kidding. Some of these are
so-
actually okay.
Notable gameplay of Hal on his own with no friends.
God.
Aw.
Wow.
I had to re-download this game because I was
What
rusty.
is
as
empty
hell.
ship? Wow.
Mm.
Thanks,
It's like
buddy.
Halo Reach when Noble Six is all
Just
alone.
Anyways, we asked you guys. We wanted some suggestions about law changes. We wanted your ideas. We asked you for your. Athena's upset about law changes. The poor dog hated your suggestions, by the way. But we asked you guys to give us your law suggestions that you make. Some serious, some of you. By the way, some of you guys immediately were writing like there's a guy talking about pregnancy in that thing. Okay, it needs to be calmed down. I need to get the water bottle. But yeah, we had a few guys do put some legitimate answers in, so we appreciate that. And we're gonna go through them and we'll dissect. We'll see if it's any good. We'll see if you guys have some valid opinions or not.
Mhm.
Can I just say, we've officially defeated Donkey Man USA. We're streaming so early he wasn't able to say stream late due to Hal Gooning.
True.
We miss you, Donkey Man. wherever
But
you
then
are.
Rarus Pepe also said, Hal, stop gooning and start already. And Leoxami said, late. And then Gojo said, stream late due to them throwing up at the horrible law. There was plenty of people standing in for Donkey Man, so that was good.
And
Well done,
as we should say, as the stream's going, you guys can still send in ones. Send in some good ones while throw up. No, don't know. I will. No.
Leave your comments of what you would change if we don't mention something cool.
Yeah.
All right, then. Should we start? Should we get straight into it?
Let's get right into the news. That's not.
That's
right.
an old reference. That.
No, don't know, Max. Don't do it. That's the path to darkness. From Spooky, I want Vashtor to become an actual Chaos God, and Peter Turbo becomes Demon Prince of Vashtor. Also, I think Kurz is alive. Well,
Nice. Very nice. As much Primarch BM as I can get, I'll take it.
Yeah, I guess Noble Six is alive in the cave too, right?
Mhm.
I mean, Vashtor basically is going to be a Chaos God, right? Surely.
he's
I mean,
kind of trying his best. He's doing a
do they-
good try.
Has he gotten any lore since whenever the Dark Angels and whatever box came out?
Kind of. In the new Carcharodon's book, the main opponent is like a Vashtor cult, and they're getting gifts from Vashtor trying to like take over this Forge world. So they're chipping away at it, but it's more. He's kind of there, I guess. Yeah.
Once again, Eli, you've stepped on GW's trap card, which is
Mhm.
there's
Nothing ever
there's a
happens.
a hint of a silhouette of a lore
In a Space Marine.
every
book.
4 years.
If
If you
on your
squint
favorite
really hard,
character.
there might be a lore.
Yeah. I mean, why does he want Kurz alive though? He's
He
And
didn't say
that's
he,
also-
he just said he thinks he's alive.
he thinks, oh, is this
I mean, he
the
wants him to be.
I mean, presumably.
is this the like supposedly his soul is in the crown,
It's
isn't
in the
it? Like,
crown.
Yeah.
which has like a gem on it.
I don't know
And
how
he
alive
melted
that
him
is, though. You know,
Yeah.
I don't know how much that counts as alive. You feel?
Mhm.
He comes back as the Wraith Boner. Like, no, not the Wraith Boner.
I like he's dead though. I like when
I like it.
Me
when
too.
no, yeah,
All
because
Primarchs.
it makes a good like the character story has been told. Do you know what I mean? I don't know if there's any more story left to tell of Kurz. Like he fulfilled his whole like madness arc of I put myself on the throne and I let myself die because haha that makes me not an evil person. I swear, it wasn't. I don't know. I enjoy that character arc, so I'd leave him dead.
I want to say if he comes back for the scouring for a brief stint, I'm going to be a bit annoyed. Like, no, he was fine where he was. Get him on
In the dirt.
Get him back into Framas and leave him there. He was fine. He had an arc. It's finished. It's
Yeah.
over.
It's-
Leave him.
Yeah, but you could say that about all of them. You know he's coming back, and you will know there is no escape.
Mhm.
True. Lorgar could die for all I care, though. He
Oh.
he
All the
absolutely. could
Primarchs,
take
I'd
it.
actually be okay if Laura came back. That'd be awesome. He could be the
No.
new Warhammer.
Like Horus should have bludgeoned him in,
Uh-huh.
like at the end of the
Uh-huh.
heresy.
Lorgar
Absolutely.
reminds Hal too much of himself, so it makes him
Yeah,
A priest, a bald priest.
Future bald.
Hey, he's like Johnny Sins bald though. He makes it look good.
Oh no. And on that note,
Oh.
who'd like to read this one from Fugless El Bosso? I think
What's this
Hal's
one?
tagged, so it's got to be Hal, surely.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Thugness, which is again one of the better names I've ever come across. He says, "Give Titus the Chiron treatment. It's not too late to stop him from being the ultimate Gary Stu. My OC is so cool. He perma-resisted chaos. He was taken prisoner by the Inquisition because that mean dummy Leandros was wrong at everything." I assume he meant it to sound like this. He was part of the Death Watch and killed many Xenos, brackets, even though the way the Corvus Blackstar crashes is a bull. It falls for the Tyranid Tactics 101. He can also hear the Emperors directly. His relationship with his brothers is fixed by almost killing each other. Oh yeah. Space Marine 2, the Space Marine story. Space Marine 2 story. Also, he's in charge of reconquering Ultramar, even though that shouldn't be his job. Brackets, I don't know. Master of the Watch implies defense much more than Master of the Fleet, which is Third Company, or the fucking Regent. Brackets, First Company. Damn,
Darn,
this
he's
guy
already
feels
got-
strong.
The guy there is called Agamemnon. He was on the
Yeah.
box, and he's still around. Can't have him yet.
And then he finishes off with saying, "Anyway, we're not quite there yet, but it's getting close. The only way to prevent it is to humble Marine fans once more. He's only tolerated right now because people associate him with Space Marine 2 gameplay." Damn.
Wow.
I
This guy's
like
not like Titus.
overpowered Ultramarine characters. It's not cool in any other faction, but it's funny in Ultramarines. Space Marine 2 is
It's cringe when everyone else does it.
Mid Marine 2, by the way. Poop game.
Ooh.
Wow.
Poopier story, actually.
We
but
need another $1 trillion.
yes, we do. 10,000 more Ultramarine characters, please.
Can we just
Space
have
Marine-
one more Uriel Ventress thing? He's been like Titus is wearing his skin. He's got that kind of energy. It's like, no, what happened to Uriel? Don't worry about that guy. He had green pauldrons. Ew, yuck. Like, no, it was an okay color scheme.
It's okay.
Oh.
Necrosaur Mentor kind of beats Titus in the lore. So you know what? The Necrons are the only Xenos who are ever allowed to beat the Ultramarines, it seems. And I'm okay with that.
Yeah,
How beat them.
I only disagree on one point, which is I agree and disagree on one thing. Titus lore in general is quite mid. Like there's no like compared to a lot of the other ones, it's quite mid.
Mhm.
Space Marine 2 though is fun because the story is there for the simple reason of funneling me into the mission where I have a jump pack and a thunder hammer.
Mm.
That is the
I
only
mean,
reason for the story.
It does what it needs to do,
It's
which
true.
is give me an excuse to kill people.
It's I mean, I don't go into a Space Marine battles novel and expect it to be good. So I guess I should expect the same thing for like a Space Marine game. It's a fair point.
Yeah, the gameplay is good though. Like, but I'm not.
Yeah, okay.
I don't think I was going in expecting to, sob at the height of emotional masculinity on display. Like, I was more just like, yay, I was having fun.
As someone who's put 300 hours into that game now, more out of commitment than anything, I'll play it any day over friggin' endless space 2. My God.
Okay, there it is.
I was not having fun with that. Oh.
What's worse, Endless Space 2 or Dota 2 to you, Andy?
But Dota 2 by a mile. It's not even close. Dota 2 should be like, you know how they say the American government, they torture people with like blasting Metallica in a sleep deprived room. They should just like give people like a top of the line gaming PC and play Dota 2 and just leave them to it. It's like they'll break. Give it a day.
Somehow I automatically knew you were going to associate it with prison torture when you said that.
Yeah.
That's what immediately went to my mind.
Yeah.
Was
well,
it
you know what I'm talking about then, surely. It was so clear and concise. You were like, I know exactly what you mean.
But
I love it.
I have unbelievable
masochist.
Stockholm syndrome where I tell myself I love the torture.
Mm-hmm.
And Dota 2 loves me. Take care of me.
Is Titus the Dota 2 of characters to you then, Eli?
I like Titus. I think I like OP Ultramarines. I think it's funny.
Monkey on the typewriter, that sentence. Holy shit. Is Titus the Dota 2 of Ultramarines?
Oh, God.
Jesus Christ.
My disappointment is immeasurable.
OP Ultramarines. It's funny and stupid, and I'm not going to complain about them. Even if their lore is bad, then whatever.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Could probably go into the next one then. Poor Titus though.
Who would like this one from Fortified Mailman?
Sure. Unmaking the Krieg, already a good start.
Wow.
They are the polar opposite of what the Imperial Guard is meant to represent. I cannot do this point by point, or I'm going to be here for years. The Guard is humanity. The Guard is made up of humans, not Necron warriors. Every Krieg story starts and ends with a pointless siege that could have been avoided with daring military tactics and some wit. Wasting decades to shell some already abandoned hive is a pure waste of time and resources. Have you met the Imperium? Yet they are supposed to be some of the finest guardsmen ever. They have no ambition, emotion, or cause to fight for other than the Emperor. Have you met any Space Marine? Now, that's a fine motivator, but there are other factions that do that better. See Sisters of Battle. You got me on that one. The fact that they got to be the essentially second regiment and had some more interesting ones also annoys me to no end. Valid. They serve no purpose other than mindless slaves. You're yanking me back and forth on you're so right, and I don't think you know what Warhammer is with this one.
I agree. They shouldn't be the poster boys. I think they're.
I don't think they should be the poster boys, but
it is kind of silly that the regiment that constantly meat grinders all of their troops somehow always has more troops to spend, and somehow they rise in rank and survive conflicts. I don't know. They're a little silly. But throw more bodies at it. Is a classic.
That's not unique to them at all.
Like, they have their place. They have their place in the Guard.
I need to read through The Relentless Dead, which is a newish Steve Lyons book about the Kriegers. Because I'm like, he does a lot of Guard stuff. He did the Siege of Rax book, which I still haven't got around to. He did the Krieg book. So I'm like, yeah, we'll see if he can salvage their reputation as just like faceless guardsmen.
They're also really cool in Dead Men Walking, and they have some good like debates on humanity and stuff. That's a great book.
It does make a pretty valid point though, which is it's less horrifying for like the average human if the average human is like a mind numbed like super
that's a more horror like what the people are, though, that this is just an acceptable thing, that no one sees anything wrong with their existence. There's still plenty horrifying, just in a look how far we've fallen kind of way. It's like,
They're cool.
this is something to glorify.
They're a cool niche, but now they're everything. So what are you gonna do?
Yeah, and the cynic in me is like looking at the new Yarick returning animation, and it's Cadians and Kriegers. I'm like, surely that's because they've made the assets already with their whoever their CGI people is. If it's like Blur Studio or something, they already have all these like generic guardsman models, and they're just like, I'll just reuse those. Don't have to make a new one for the Steel Legion.
No Steel Legion for you.
I don't know with they're all about dying for the Emperor. Show me a Warhammer 40K human character who cannot be summed up with man grimly doing his duty because he must. And you are not allowed to say Caiaphas Cain. He is the only other one. Yeah. He is the only other one. That sentence applies to everyone else. Except Chaos characters, I guess.
Damn, you really got us there. What
Touche, Pancreas no work. Touche.
To be fair, in my grimdark setting, it's pretty weird if there was like there's an array of very happy people, by the way.
I don't even be happy. I just want one motherfucker who's not all about grimly doing his duty.
Yeah.
I mean, the night books are like, oh, I want to be like a good king. So that guy, Denial.
I do need to read some night books, admittedly.
There's 2. Enjoy.
And your average guard book is quite humanizing.
Both of the night books.
The average guardsman is pretty human.
They're human. I do like them, but the criticism of they blindly do their duty. That would be the guard. That would be all of them.
A lot of the time, though, they at least have like moral dilemmas and this and that, and the character traits.
They have character traits, and it is. I don't know. Maybe the wording of it is buggering my butthole for some reason.
Bruh, that's a Hal sentence right there.
Yeah. So
no. If it was Hal, it was buttering with butter. Yeah,
that is quite funny.
Scary.
I don't know why this one is
so much scary.
I don't know. This one has made my this one has. I don't know.
You've turned now. You've changed. You've healed.
I'm angry now.
I agree that the Krieger overrated. I don't think they have no place in 40K though. I think they're so cool. But
the aesthetic is cool though.
Yeah, but you know who originally had that aesthetic?
The Armageddon Steel Legion.
That's right, they did.
Also the Germans, the French,
and the Germans.
And now technically the new Helldivers War Bond is kind of veering into that territory as well. Like, okay. Trench gun, I see you.
I haven't seen that one yet. Oh, there's a trench gun now.
There's a trench gun now, and you can get it for like 400 credits in the generic store. Right, nice. Number 4 from Kane's handsomest antediluvian, but this one's 2 Hal. What does this one say, Hal?
Oh, let me go.
Vampire the Masquerade Dave's going here.
Yeah. He says the Emperor finally gets off the throne, and as he does, everything goes dark. And we're back to Warhammer 40K Rogue Trader, aka First Edition lore. Everything ever built up is gone. Only First Edition models will be allowed for official tournaments going forward. This change should be made as the 11th edition announcement.
You're gonna do a Super Mario World 2 on me? Like it was all a dream.
To be honest, if they did Warhammer End Times, that would be a great little reset thing that they could do, so that the universe still sticks around, but the Imperium gets crazy.
Man just said End Times.
Actual Rogue Trader though, like OG. It's like what?
Yeah.
The Imperium as robot. Bring back the rule where you need to plan your robot's movement 5 turns in advance.
That's awesome.
The Emperor getting off the throne bit, is this before or after he gets jumped by the Grey Knights, though? It's just
get over here.
Before,
because I assume the only thing I question I have had, like bringing it back to weirdly Terminus Decree stuff, the Emperor would just like snap his finger and they're all gone. Like,
well, would he though? Because
they don't stand a chance.
I feel like a lot of the anger comes from the assumption that it was never said that the Grey Knights have a chance. It's very much it is a snowball's chance in hell. Like I feel like even they would acknowledge that. Yeah, we're gonna get bodied the moment we hit Big E, but it's it's a last ditch Hail Mary to keep whatever monster steps off on the chair.
But here's a contention. Here's a question that might like ruffle some feathers. Like, he made the custodians as his idea of what he wanted before the whole chaos shenanigans happened. He was like, we're gonna have peace eternal, we're gonna live it large, it'll be great. He made the Grey Knights as well, and he made them for a more realistic depiction of what the future was going to be like. If push came to shove, who would he side with?
The custodians they're not a side though. They're like his will. They do whatever he says.
It's true.
They don't have they don't have the ability to turn against him unless under very, very specific like chaosy overload corruption thing.
I mean,
like forced.
I'm reading Horus Heresy books right now for Lodgecast, and in Nemesis, Valdor himself is like keeping secrets from the Emperor, and
yeah, that's what I'm referring to.
But he's a unique case, though. Like I think yeah, but no, they're implying like because Valdor has the spear that he has, he supposedly is like seeing so like basically without the Emperor talking to him for like basically years and years at some points, and then he keeps learning about all these horrific things in the universe and obviously the far future. It implies that it's important. Malgador says like Valdor's kind of going like he for the first time he's making his own opinions on things. And
this was before that was written, probably.
Yeah, well, yeah, I don't know if the modern custodians like if the Emperor says jump, they will say how high. Like I don't think they could plot against him, but Valdor maybe
they couldn't plot against him, but they could definitely outlive their usefulness. Like the Thunder Warriors, or even what was intended possibly for the Space Marines, was like, you're not fit for purpose anymore. Skadoosh, get in the pit.
Time for the range refresh.
Yeah, exactly.
We need new guys.
Yeah. So I know, like I think the Terminus Decree is like the implementation's kind of bad because again, it's just like theoretical at this point. We don't really know how they would do it or what contingencies would be in place, and it's like I don't know. We'd have to see. Like I don't even know what the maximum numbers of Grey Knights there are because they're not beholden to the Codex, are they? They're just very rare.
Like 1,000 though.
Is it 1,000?
I have to double check on where's my bloody Codex somewhere around here. But I have to double check because I haven't looked at
10,000 custodians, which if it's 10 versus 1, that's not very fair.
Yeah, I feel like 10,000 seems like a realistic number, but I don't know.
Because like it's 10,000 custodians because they are the 10,000. But like I thought from recollection that Grey Knights were a bit more like, we're cheeky sons. We're just going to be like, we're just really difficult to make and psychers and all that.
If it's Matt Ward Grey Knights, they solo every time. And Valdor Drago kills Valdor, kills every Custodes,
and
kills Khorne,
becomes the Emperor.
Yeah, that's what I want to happen.
Yeah.
God, where's Matt Ward when Eli and Colin are in the when the Avatar disappeared for 100 years.
One from Irrational Sense here. Taking some time to think about it, I think having an actual human faction be the big and legitimately effective chaos threat to everyone else in the galaxy in the 40k timeline would probably make some people angry. Not Abaddon or Chaos Renegades like Huron, but a human leader and breakaway faction. Maybe like a jumped up Sever and Dominate, causing Goj Vandire levels of unrest, mostly because it mucks up the power scaling of a lot of people like to do. Well, again, it's like this idea of a fracturing of the Imperium would be cool to see. And I know they won't do it because it would have been fun to be like, oh, the Lion and Gilliman have differences of opinion. Therefore, the Imperium fights upon itself. Kind of like a mini, well, not even a mini, but like the equivalent of like a Badab war. And then you could have like some chapters or factions choose not to get involved. Some are like, well, we're sons of the Ultramarines, therefore we're siding with Gilliman, and then the Unforgiven, and then there's the whole like, I know you kind of like refresh the set of guys you had, but like we haven't forgotten about the Fallen. Now that we know about that, we're going to bring that into the table. Like you could have some fun shenanigans with that. But I guess instead it'll just be, hey brothers, let's fight chaos because chaos big and bad and scary. I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I like this suggestion though, because as I'm sure poor Colin, who's read a few Horus Heresy books recently, will tell you, the Space Marine characters are not as interesting as the human characters.
The human-centered ones are always better books.
Ignatius Carcassy, my beloved.
Yeah. Oh, the best pairing is human dominated with space, like humans interacting with Space Marines. And then like that's
cool.
That's the horror, I guess, of the grim dark future, is a regular person trying to go up against like a super machine child soldier. What was the part I said? Like, they wanted like a chaos,
like a main character traitor guard type guy. That'd be nice.
like a kind of like a High Lords of Chaos almost style thing.
Well,
Yeah,
I think it's like maybe not even. Would you even need them to be? Because Chaos already has so much stuff. Like, could it just be like I think democracy is cool. What did you say? And then like, we think that we should have human rights faction. And it's like, oh no, we're not having that. But then it's really enticing to all the like hive dwellers who are like, we know we're probably going to lose and we're all going to die, and maybe we'll become like fodder for the gods of chaos. But it beats working in the starch mine. Oh, like you could have some breakaways as things get more desperate.
This is basically like Tau sympathizer factions.
Oh, but you can't like Xenos, so that's why they're different. They're like, I hate them. Yuck, they say.
Surely there is more than one race in the galaxy that appreciates human rights. Surely it's not just that.
Exploding right now.
Oh, my audio there.
Yeah, I have felt it.
Sorry, someone was letting it rip.
Chaos, more traitor guard representation would be nice, like that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So we had the audio blip there, so to make sure people were awake.
Wow.
We need to hold the Subway Surfer thing out. Well, we have gameplay there. That's what I'm saying. That is how it came about, by the way. Like the jokes about having Subway Surfer on the screen.
Oh dear.
I like to get that's a good suggestion though. But like, it is interesting. I think it's a good comment. I like that one.
Who wants to read this one from Main Event Virgil? Ooh, a regular.
If I could rewrite the lore, I would make it so Xenos are an actual threat to the Imperium instead of something they curb stomp on the way to fight some chaos. I would also confirm that both Alfarius and Omegon are deceased. The one who was alive after the Horus Heresy stepped on a Lego and died because frick the Alpha Legion, smiley face. Wow. Sad days about the Alpha Legion. But yeah, Necron, it's Freudian slip. Xenos being a bigger threat would be nice. To be fair, the Necrons are the biggest threat. They just don't appear as often, I guess.
I would like to honestly see more into Necron fighting though, because they kind of tease us. They go Sarek and
Imhotep guys didn't even know the guy's name.
Imhotep and Sarek. They were always teasing like, oh, they're gonna fight each other. It's like, when, please?
They shouldn't fight each other. It's dumb. It doesn't make any sense why Imhotep would do that.
It does.
They all hate each other.
Yeah, it's like a few noble people, and one's like, I'm a general, and when I woke up, all the people that were supposed to be in charge were useless, so I deposed them. And now the guy in charge is useless, so I want to depose him. That makes perfect sense.
No, Imhotep's a very logical being, and if given the option of destroying half of the entire Necron Empire that you cannot rebuild, it would make no sense for him to do that at all. They're not idiots. Like, it makes sense that
he might be like better half than none. Better half than...
I don't know. If he somehow decided I can take over the entire galaxy with a quarter of the forces that were originally available to me, then maybe he would do it. But
he's also an arrogant shit. They're all arrogant shits.
I feel like his thing would be sunk cost. It'd be like, I don't want to see everything go bad. I want to at least salvage something. Sarek's leaving us down to annihilation, and he's already made us suffer enough. He's already completely like nuked our populace into automatons. I'm going to be the one who's like going to salvage what little is left because he's gone too far.
It depends on how strong Zarek is, to be honest. If he has like the entire Necron species on his side, then like why would you try to fight that?
He's been juicing as well. That guy is so tall. It's ridiculous. But why? Like, does he need to be that tall? Like, he made him taller than every other Necron.
Because he's cool.
That's it. That it.
I still have to read the Dawn of Fire book or whatever, the newest
Oh yeah.
one.
I don't think
I would
he's
like to.
really that much in it. He's like,
I
the
know. I
threat.
know that he slaps Gilliman and tells him to go home, though, which is nice.
Average Warhammer book, guy on the cover is not in book. Ugh, not again. Not since Fulgrim.
The amount of the Warhammer books where like the main people are not in it, or like they're side characters in their own novels. Honestly, someone like they should be shoved into
Brought
dirt,
up on charges.
like they should be bullied into dirt or something.
Yeah,
Mm.
I could see at least one conflict between Zarek and Imhotep, but I don't think it would be like a prolonged thing. That they would just, because I don't know, it's like Civil War is already dumb, and it makes sense for the like goofy intrigue Necrons, but neither the Silent King or Imhotep are the intrigue political guys. And there's a finite number of Necrons that cannot be recreated, so you know.
Yeah.
Fair.
Unless you're fighting Hellbrecht, and then you can respawn as much as you want. That's bullshit. I hate it.
Well, okay, there's a finite number of Necrons that resurrect all the time, but once they're gone for real, then they're gone for real.
Colin, would you like to read this one from Appleheat?
Sure. Anyways, here's my crackpot idea. Just kind of the simple idea of having Horus think for 5 minutes when Erebus was gaslighting him and called bullshit on his claims. And it just kind of spirals from there into madness at a prospering Imperium and human-dominated Milky Way for a while, before stagnating into a civil war that turned most of the galaxy uninhabitable and humanity in the interstellar dark age again. Kind of neat.
Yeah, respectable. Horus Heresy.
I don't know. That'd be cool to see, but I don't. It'd be cool.
But then what are we going to have 54 books about?
Yeah, that's there. I suppose there's the problem.
The happy ending.
I mean, this just sounds like, look, they're pushing the Horus Heresy down the line until someone gets pissy enough, rather than chaos.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And here's Dawn and Perturabo frolicking through a brick foundry. Oh, amazing! They're having great fun. I love masonry. Me too, brother. Ha 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 ha. And they got on forever.
A good ending.
I just don't get why Horus is like between Erebus and Magnus goes, I will not be manipulated, and proceeds to let himself be manipulated by Erebus. I'm surprised he didn't bean Erebus on the spot, to be honest.
Well, every Primarch is arrogant. They think that the lessers can't get the better of them. Well, I mean, not every Primarch, but a lot of them.
Oh,
Horus
yeah,
certainly was.
Like Gilliman's the only one who doesn't.
Yeah, to be honest, as much as like,
and even then, Gilliman's doing it for like political favors. He's like, I'm seeing the long game. Like, the Scouring book is really good for that, so I suggest reading that if you want to see how much the Primarchs are like. I know we just caused a massive civil war, but like we should still be in charge. And all the Mortals like, you sure about that?
No.
And much as it hates me to say this, technically Erebus is a very successful individual.
He did kind of win.
Well, his face got torn off, but other than that,
but you can fix that with chaos juice, no problem.
He literally says, like, I could fix it in a heartbeat, but he doesn't, because he says he likes the reminder. Like, he likes the fact that it happened. God, what an asshole.
Meanwhile, Eidolon's going, could you fix my face, please? He's like, no, brother. No, I don't want to. What a dick.
I feel like that question, though, would be if they did some like that, like that Marvel What If, like 1 or 2 books and like an alternate timeline. Like, that'd be neat.
That would be cool.
I have a current Word document up for an episode I wanted to do, which is the Corvian heresy, and we're gonna write our version of the Horus heresy. Essentially, we're like in bullet points because we're not writing off like 50 novel.
The secret sauce is that nothing happens because the writers forget Corvus Corax.
Exactly.
I'd rather have the Glupshitian heresy, which is a bunch of mortal people overthrowing the Primarchs through like tactical. Let's put a nuke inside their warship so they can't run from it and stuff like that. Like, let's exterminatus them while they're having tea. Like, do something like that. You're a good duelist.
I changed 1 digit in your navigation data. You're now in a black hole.
Yeah, you just translated through a sun. Enjoy, Bozo. Yeah.
So shout to the who's the one guy who said in a previous video we did, he said just make the Primarchs the same size as the Space Marines, and that is an amazing suggestion. In general, like they are like special and they're like pretty strong compared to Space Marines, but like if they were just the normal, like why do they have to be like, you know,
Well,
10
fun
foot?
fact.
Funny if they were normal people size.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. That's the case with one of the lost Primarchs. He was basically normal sized, and so they thought he was cringe, and that's
They lost him in the crowd.
They're like, no short
Yeah,
kings
he
in
was
my
never actually
Imperium.
purged. They
Yeah.
just lost him.
More
Just
men.
lost
They
him in the
they put him
supermarket.
on one of those like stretching racks, and they tried to make him bigger, and he died on the table. They're like,
He just popped.
"Yeesh,
Like,
throw him into the sun, I guess." Lost Primarch. Lol, 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 lol,
The
lol.
Emperor accidentally overstretched him and tried to hide the evidence.
Yeah, that's the real scene. You're like,
The embarrassment. Whoopsie. God.
Whoopsie.
Well,
Oh, we are stupid.
next one.
The next one is from Yawar. Have you guys all done
Ye-
one since I did one? Do you want to do this one, Hal?
Yeah, Yawa says Dawn is back to being very dead. Not just they only found his hands or hand. More Marines do the whole breeding world thing the Death Spectres did.
Oh,
yeah,
the Crimson
yeah.
Fist law. Yes.
Oh, also
Is that
make them
huge
look
episode?
more like mutated roid monkeys instead of like ruggedly handsome. Make it obvious that 95% of Marines are basically monsters with an inhuman sense of honor.
real.
The Tau start redeploying their Kaiju Xenos allies
Double
in
real.
and start punching Titans. This makes no
Wow.
sense, but I want it to happen. And an Eldar aspect shrines based on gun
Oh, so real.
Quake TFT or
Oh.
TF2 style
Wow.
rocket jumping.
Wow.
So real.
That's
so
pretty
real.
By
much
the way, why? Oh, so go for it.
The Space Marine stuff's pretty much what they were in Rogue Trader, right? Back in the day. Monsters.
Brutes.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough.
Marines were weird.
All I'm
Yeah.
going to say is, why have we not had an orc yet called Titan Puncher? That would have been amazing.
I feel like
Even if he
that's
Even if it was just like a guy like, he didn't live for long. What happened? He punched a Titan. Then it trod on him. Like, oh, we had a pretty amazing blaze of glory. Just like, ugh. And then the Titan goes,
right his best.
squish. That would be good.
Mm-hmm. That's cool.
I don't know.
Right. I like that. What was the first suggestion part? Actually, let's double. I can look it up, can't I? They said,
Do the whole breeding
Marines.
war thing.
yeah, yeah.
Oh, and Dawn being very dead and just remaining. They found one of
That
his
is
hands.
again. See, this is my thing. I love Horus Heresy. Kill more
Mhm.
Primarchs, please.
Mm.
Kill more Primarchs in the Heresy. They are
Mhm.
some of them like Gilliman the Lion. That's okay. I'm okay with that. Like
Mhm.
it's okay. Lorgar, Horus
All the
smashes his
ca-
head in.
All the chaos ones have to live is the problem.
Not the undivided ones though.
What do you mean? He's still a demon prince. Yes, he
Yeah,
does.
they're coming back. They're just
No,
undivided.
but no, he wasn't. What I mean is like I would have killed them off if I had the power to
Yeah.
do that. Like,
Yeah.
or you could have a demon prince that
Mhm.
calls itself Lorgar. You don't actually have to say like that's actually Lorgar.
What we need
Or-
to do,
or a-
Hal,
Yeah.
is we need to have we need to petition. We'll do a what they call a change.org petition, and we'll say we would like 100,000 signatures so that Games Workshop commission a John Grammaticus mini armed with the Deus Ex Machina, aka Fulgurite, and he's like, I've got 7 of them, and then he just goes on a rampage trying to kill all of the demon Primarchs.
He's got a one-up ward save.
Mhm.
Or,
I
I'd feel no
vote
pain.
once. Like, there's
I
John.
think it would have been cool if, like, after Fulgrim kills Ferris, he feels so bad that he turns on the traitors and then dies on Istvan with his brother. I would like that.
I like the idea of like the demon Primarchs. Like some of them are not the actual demon Primarch themselves, but they're made from like their dead soul or something.
Hmm.
Like it's not them, but it's like them in undeath in some sense. Which could be a cool way. Like, you know, any of the undivided ones, let them die. Like, because let Abaddon have his thing. Gilliman the Lion could be like the last two. Jagatai Khan, we'll never know what happens to him.
Oh, he's coming back next.
Bolton,
He's furniture.
No.
Yeah.
Chris
He's
Ray
a chair.
says we're going to get Jagatai, then we're going to get Corvus. Mark my words. Everyone's like Lehman and Dawn. I'm like, no. If Chris Wright's the GOAT, and he wrote the first Scouring book, and he said in his Njal Stormcaller book that it would be Gilliman, then the Lion, then Jagatai, Jagatai, then Corvus, then that's what I'm going to say because it's real. Also, I do like Mike Swan here. Was just saying 5 out of 19 Primarchs dead is quite a bit. Yeah, true.
But it would make it more like as a story sense. It particularly like the what's the book called? Slaves to Darkness. It's one of the last books of the Horrors Heresy. They have a second triumph for Eleanor, like the Dark Triumph, where they all assemble the demon Primarchs and the Chaos Aligned ones together. And Lorgar tries to betray Horus by like enslaving Fulgrim through his like true name, and then he tries to get him to attack Horus, who's not a demon yet.
Right.
And look, like Horus should have just he lets him go, but like he's just like, I'm not gonna kill you now. It makes no sense. He should have beamed his head in.
Only 2 loyalist Primarchs dying is kind of silly. To be like, to be honest.
Let Corvus let one more of them. Let
all the Raven Guard fans doing the crying policeman meme while House is like, no.
Let Vulcan and Corvus die.
We haven't got anything. We haven't got anything.
Crazy.
Said all Vulcan Corvus die and they take out a traitor with them or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, more of them. It makes it would be so cool if they died because then the Primarchs are like.
Or if more of them died in the Siege of Terra, that would also be cool.
Well, what is your opinion? Like Warhammer needs to do more closing the loop. Where it's like similar to that, it's like have a Primarch, have an arc, and then die, like Conrad Kurz. Have this character, because even like Caiaphas Cain is technically killed in action, right? It's like the characters need to have a tenure, and as much people like Yarek's back, a part of my soul died because I was also a bit like, it's him again. It was like we're gonna have another War for Armageddon. We got 4 of them. Do we need another one?
Was there planet? When they released the Space Wolves refresh and they said we're going back to Armageddon, did they ever talk about that ever again?
It's in the one with the Grey Knight on the front, isn't it, where it's like
it's the
Grey Knights and Space Wolves. Ooh, it's like the Maelstrom.
They should be they should have it like fantasy where characters die, especially guardsman characters, but their models are still around and you can still play with them on the table.
Yeah, like, I'm still a bit salty that Erasmus Tycho has never been fully realized, but it's like I don't want him to come back because I'm like, well, he's dead, and I don't really want a prequel about Tycho because he's already had a bit of spotlight. It's just, can we just have maybe an established character have an arc and die or something? Even like I was a bit miffed with, I think we were all a bit miffed who are Space Marine fans at least, with like, oh, Kayvan Shrike is now not chapter master anymore, and now it's another guy who was in one book,
Athon Shan,
and you're like, okay, why is Shrike dead? No, he's just standing down.
The model wasn't cool enough.
Kind of lame. Yeah.
When the setting wasn't ever progressing, it's a lot easier to have characters that are dead and still be writing books about them and stuff. But if it's progressing, you always have to be replacing these dead characters, and so then they get forgotten and never talked about again.
And Space Wars, like, we need 2 new companies to replace the Iron Wolves and the other one. I'm like, oh, here we go.
Yeah.
I'm not doing another Space Wars video. Sorry, guys. I'm not doing it.
It depends how long they want to go on for it. Like, there's 6 Ragnar Blackmane books, but the thing is, they all start like, even by the 3rd book, he's still young.
Yeah,
and going through like a character, like he's not finished it. Whereas like it's different. Like if I'm sure Colin will agree. Like the Caiaphas Cain books, I am not here for the character arc whatsoever.
I'm here for the funnies.
Yeah,
every now and again,
one of those novelties, can't you?
A character arc does happen in those every now and again, but it is mostly there for the funnies.
But it's also his thing. It's like it's intertwined with like Funny Man does the shenanigans, and that's his space in the setting.
Region. He's the
but I don't want
one.
I don't want 10 of those in the setting because they're like Lucas is already in that territory a bit, and he had a book. I'm like, cool, that's all we needed. Thanks. But then with like Ragnar, he came back for the War of the Beast, not the War of the Beast. Saga of the Beast.
Yeah.
And it was like, he kind of killed Ghazghkull, but he didn't really. And he became a Primaris.
Yeah,
Like,
but
are
I
we ever
don't
going
know,
to see
then it's-
Ragnar again? No.
Yeah, but then like I was saying earlier, then you run into it's you have one funny guy and 99 men doing their duty because they must.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, you also got Hagar, who dies, who's the fat space marine in the Space
in
Force.
that in his
Rest
books.
in peace. He was a real one.
He was a real one.
He was a space marine so large they had to give him custom armor because he was so
With a
fat.
tum-tum. And Torin, his friend,
You
was
leave
also
him be.
Yeah.
And Torin survived, but he was like, he drank wine and he had like, he was groomed hair.
I mean, he had the guy who has the thin mustache, which
he was like Errol Flynn in space. Like, cool. And that's why I like. And again, that was a really early Warhammer book, but I'd like to see more stuff where it's like novelty is too strong a word, but it's like maybe some interesting, quirky things going on here and there, and some stuff that just isn't just close cropped haircut space marine who is stoic in every chapter and doesn't really have any defining features. Like Seth is cool, but he's gone through Devastation of Baal and now we'll never see him again.
I mean, the problem with Space Marines, though, is they're not human and they're all kind of the same. That's at least... Well, they don't have to be like that, I know, but that's kind of how they were set up at first.
Well, even one that was interesting, I've been doing research on Lysander recently, and everyone just thinks, oh, he's just like stoic space marine. But like in his books, he sacrifices a tech marine brother to a demon in order to kill the demon and banish it. He makes deals on a demon planet with other demons to kill an Iron Warrior character. Like he tests his morals and he gets through it because he's all like, gotta do what I gotta do. And I'm like, that's quite interesting. But we're never getting another Lysander book, even though he just got another new mini. And I'm like, what's going on? What's going on?
I think there's a general thing about it's because we're so far into Warhammer lore. Like, you know, like we're so far in the tech tree that we have maybe explored most of the things within the limits of like you say they're not Warhammer anymore. So someone what we need is someone, or at least some of the novels, willing to be a bit braver and try something new, because otherwise you're just going to get another Space Marine novel of like, let me guess, he goes to planet and has a difficult fight, but he emerges victorious. Like you can't keep doing the formula every time.
That's why one-off characters are great, and books that don't have main characters in them are really good because they can actually kill people and stuff like that, and you can actually see a character change and grow and all that. That's why guard books are so enjoyable.
God, we're far from the original point, I think, of the Dawn bit.
A little bit.
Next few.
Have we done this one? Oh, here we go. This one's for you, Eli, I think.
I would make the Tau unironically the good guys instead of brainwashing the other casts for a very important reason. There is a prevailing idea in the fandom that the Imperium is oppressive and tyrannical because it has to be in order to survive. This is not only not true, but the Imperium survived in spite of its oppression, not because of it. A morally good Tau Empire would help to demonstrate that fact and highlight the needless cruelty and self-destructive nature of the Imperium. That's what I liked about the Interrex. Nope, Phil Kelly's going to keep writing Tau books and they're going to suck forever. To be fair, if you read non-Phil Kelly Tau books, that is still what the Tau are. So if you just ignore all the stupid Farside books, then the Tau are still pretty good.
All of them.
Most of them, unfortunately.
4 books.
Like
yeah.
It's like over half of the Tau books are written by Phil Kelly, I think. But
yeah,
they are still the good guys who have to do some bad things every once in a while in most of their other books. So
Phil Kelly did War of Secrets as well, where he made the Dark Angels look terrible. And it's like, no.
That is.
And the Tau were in that one as well. It's like, he's not doing anything for the Tau, even when it's not about Farsight. No, get him out of here. Get him out of here.
I think he can be an okay, like, to good writer. I just disagree with direction he takes stuff. Like, I don't think it's not poorly written. It's just I wouldn't choose that.
Yeah,
like, it's not objectively bad.
Really bad. War of Secrets is objectively bad.
Yeah, apart from that,
the whole subplot of like, oh, the Dark Angels are going to kill their own Primaris just to prevent them from learning about the Fallen, even though like that's verging on like, oh, we're just going to completely doom our chapter from ever being reinforced ever again. and we're really sloppy about how we keep this secret. It's like, this doesn't make any cohesive sense.
And there's a Tau Warp God now. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. So stupid. So stupid. I hate
Oh, Hal. Woof.
I
Sorry.
know. I almost got blown off the edge there on the gameplay.
Yeah.
And on the other note, in 30K, the Imperium survived despite the oppression. In 40K, unfortunately, without the oppression, most people would turn to Chaos and Gene Stealers, and it would be bad.
No.
So everything's ruined in 40K. That's the whole point. No, the entire point is that everything's ruined in 40K. 30K, the Horus Heresy destroyed what the Imperium could have been, and Chaos is led into the
It would have been awful without Chaos.
It would.
I have this-
Yeah, but it would have been better.
This is
They didn't
weird.
need the oppression before the freaking Chaos stuff came out. Now they oppress people because of Chaos. And
There's
it's
two other whole
disaster.
settings about how to deal with Chaos without being a total prick.
I don't know. There are bits in the Horus Heresy where it's just like Space Marine number 75 looked at his arming slave and you went, "His what now?" So it wasn't. It wasn't like
It was a lot
good.
better though. It was
It
a
makes
lot.
it hard
Better.
to see my goat.
Mm.
He knew. He knew.
Yeah.
It was still bad. The Emperor's still a jerk.
They tried to silence him. All these woke Imperials. They tried to silence my boy Ignate's Carcassy.
He said eventually we're gonna fall, and they beat him half to death. It was not better.
Yeah.
It was better. I don't think you can say that it wasn't better than it is now.
But it was like, at least we didn't have to worry about becoming like Griblies. That's like an extra problem on
And the
top.
Ecclesiarchy wasn't around. The
You
Inquisition
still had to
wasn't
worry about
beaten.
becoming a Gribbly. They just didn't tell you might
Not
become
like,
a Gribbly.
not like an anime Gribbly. Not like a look how many tentacles can come
The
out my
grief
orifice.
that Chaos
Like,
had
oh,
was
no.
so much more minimal until they were let in.
Because the Emperor headed them an army.
Yeah.
The weird part is I have this part in my head where
I'm back to angry.
annoyingly in like Warhammer lore,
baby mad.
the Emperor says like he does his whole Great Crusade and his whole arc thing because he says if he doesn't do this, the human race will eventually be like destroyed by either Xenos or like by Chaos, by like whatever version of the human version of the Sunesh bomb that goes off. But I like the idea of, I don't know if GW ever do this because it's like a weird part, like in some, like they want this vibe on their lore, but I like the idea, like the only reason humanity ever like is in trouble with Chaos is because of they rise to the threat that is the Emperor. Like I like that idea of like the Emperor. Yeah, like as in like he's the ultimate problem because if the Emperor hadn't done what if there was no future where he did that and he just let humanity like do whatever it wanted to do, it would be okay. Like, or like, you know, it would survive, or some other, you know, it'd be like the Eldar at some other point, it would, you know, minimally fall to power, another thing would rise, you know, good old squid people or something, or, you know, as all the dolphin people, you know, it's meant to happen.
I talked about that in my last video. Show.
Nice.
Also, you, Andy.
I say, I was just gonna say, just finishing off the point, which was, I assume in Games Workshop's vision / in Warhammer lore in general, this is what I think, that the whole point, like it's the reason that the, like Elo is saying, like, you know, there's a story of like the Forge World, right, or the other planets where if you don't comply with the Imperium, if you don't have horrible conditions and other things, you know, basically you get destroyed by Chaos or Xenos. Like the whole point, like it's the Imperium's cruelty is like, in quotes, justified in their weird sense.
It's just the Emperor going, we'll have human rights eventually.
The whole point though is that version of that version of the future where there's the Imperium is like that. Yeah. That's just, yeah. It's meant to be. It's meant to be, in quotes, the cruelest and most bloody regime imaginable. Like the whole point is like it's a nightmare. Like that something would have to do that, and I think maybe some people would lose the irony of it.
And I think a big part of Warhammer is because again, like the main three Chaos Gods were all also born out of humanity's psyche, and the idea that humanity
it's not true anywhere.
It's not canon. It's like old lore.
It's received like a big boost. Like it's on steroids now because of humanity's psyche.
I think that's
they were the catalyst to make it. Yeah. All right. Okay. I'll put it that way. But it's like the idea of humanity, like maybe we'll have servitors, and maybe we'll like do these violations of human rights, and then it gets like Horus Heresy say, "Oh no, no, no," and it's that gradual then plummet, and then we're so deep.
It's just like, what's up, Eli?
The Imperium also like flip flops between being the worst place imaginable, and 90% of it is actually like a completely fine place to live.
Oh yeah,
and we see the 10%, and the 10% are what the like where all the bad stuff happens.
And bear in mind that like it's so vast. There are some worlds which will never even know that Space Marines are a thing. There are some worlds that don't know chaos exists, and the Imperium doesn't tell people about chaos unless it's go time. Even like the recent foray I did into the night books, it was like these places are quite nice to live, and then word bearers turned up and say, "Oh no," and they have to break it to the night houses. Like the king is like, "By the way, Space Marines can turn evil," and they're like, "What?"
Yeah, there's levels of oppression that are necessary, and then there's like Forge Worlds and Hive Cities and stuff that suck. But like there is a baseline where it's like you have to worship the Emperor. Yeah. You cannot worship or listen to anything else, because this entire world could fall to chaos. Like that's 100% justified and necessary. Even like every single rule book since whatever edition has said the Imperium has to do this.
Yeah, but I think I don't. Okay, so you get Colin.
I don't know. My thing is, it's the dictatorship says you must do what the dictatorship says, otherwise,
that's
good.
Not every part of the Imperium is on the same level of like awful dictator, authoritarian, evil place.
It's usually the parts the Imperium forgets about that are allowed to be all right.
It's what
even the all right places still have to follow some rules, or they could be compromised horrifically.
I think it's just the one thing I would say is like, as bad as the Imperium can get, just play that one animation from Hammer and Bolter where like that Death Guard guy turns another Death Guard into a Mega Gribbly, and it's like, this is terrible, but like
the alternative is worse.
How many orifices does he need, and why are they biting?
You present me with a forked road, I will simply not walk on either of the roads. Both of these paths suck. I'll make my own.
We weirdly get in the. I just mostly from my perspective is like, we shouldn't. There's a thing of like, you know, oh, we're so horrible and evil and terrible, but we're not as evil as literal hell itself. Whereas, like, I think at the heart of it, there should be a thing to suggest that wasn't the only choice. It was just the Emperor's fault, and therefore there's a path which is like, you know, oh, it didn't have to happen.
Yeah,
you know,
it wasn't.
The universe just sucks.
It didn't have to happen, but it happened, and now it's the only choice because of what happened.
Yeah.
Which I think is legitimately just the lore. They just don't say that very often.
But if they say like it's the only choice, then it could really be like, hey guys, thank God our universe is like, you know, 100% dictator guaranteed. Because
that's why I think going back to a comment we had earlier, it'd be fun to see like a splinter of the Imperium or humanity that are like, let's try and be good people and see how far they get in the circumstance, and maybe have a bit where like at the end of it, it's like we had all the best intentions, but we had all these chaos uprisings, and then we had deals with Xenos and they betrayed us, and you could be like, let's give them like a steel-clad every opportunity to be good people, but the setting is just so toxic that it didn't matter, because at the end of the day, even with the best intentions, it was still a shit show. Like, I think that would be a really interesting story where you could like steel man every possible thing, and then it's just like, and then it ends with Exterminatus like, oh no. And for a while Tau were kind of doing that with, we're just going to be goodies, and then that's kind of changed now.
The Tau are nice because they're resistant to chaos, so they can actually exist without having to like, chaos doesn't exist. I mean, even though Phil Kelly wrote it that the Ethereals lied about chaos and it was just the Horus Heresy all over again, but they can still exist and like work together with other things because they're a new-ish society that hasn't been completely destroyed by their own Horus Heresy.
So to sum up that massive segment we talked about, thanks Phil Kelly.
Yeah,
thank you, Phil.
Thank you, Philip.
Very cool.
That's the.
Is this? Did we just do this one?
No, I think it's on the same lines, is it?
Because this is a.
Goj Van Dyer. Yeah, levels of.
Yeah, because I think that one was there.
I'm gonna choose my maid outfit now. While you guys are doing that.
Okay.
I mean, Andy
next one.
Same.
From 2009, mortgage rates type beat.
Wow.
Balthazar Gelt should kill all living Primarchs with a brick. Wow.
Yeah, that's base. That's
Huge,
awesome.
Huge. This is what I picked.
Oh,
Hell yeah. Funny.
Why with the brick? He's a man of
Because
gold.
they deserve it. Because they deserve it.
No, he transmutes a lead bar into a gold bar into a lead brick, and then just like puts it in a sock and beats him over the head with it.
Better than any Horus Heresy book. Peaks.
Why are you making me do this?
Exactly. So you
just
see the
wanted
vision. It's
acid
right there.
Thalia.
Why are you doing this? I am supreme. Like
Yeah,
that.
see?
That's all he has to
It's
say.
very simple. Kill with brick. Kill with brick.
That is a funny one though.
Get bricked, idiot.
Bricked
Let
up.
me just load a
Bricked up
one.
with Bricky.
And then kill Bricky.
And then kill
Okay.
Bricky. Jesus.
Well, there is one. Who wants to read this one?
Ash, have the orcs win Armageddon back and put a grot in charge. 2 thumbs up. 2 thumbs up from me.
Red Gobageddon. There you go.
It's right there.
We need to cover the bloody Uftak Black. Is it Black Hawk? Yeah,
Black
Uftak
Hawk,
Black
yeah.
Hawk. The second
Yeah.
Drukari book, which has the Gretchen communist uprising.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
That is a great book. That one.
Have you guys read any of the Red Gobbo stuff? Like the actual
Oh,
book?
I wish.
Because they're all short
No.
books. There's no like book, but they're all really good fun. I've got to be honest. Like Denny Flowers ones are pretty good, and it's usually never the same Red Gobbo. It's more an ideal,
Mhm.
and like I remember there you wouldn't expect it in a Red Gobbo book, but they reintroduced the idea that the that the orcs and the Gretchen are descended from the Crocs, and that the Gretchen used to be the officer class, and then they slowly devolved, and then they weren't listened to anymore, and they got smacked in the mouth. And now the orcs that exist today are like the frontline grunts who've now just brutalized their way to the top. And now the Gretchen, like, I used to be in charge. And they have like a vision, and one of the Gobbos sees all the previous Gobbos and sees how the Necrons were involved in the war in heaven. And it's like, oh, that's really, really interesting lore. And it's in a freaking Gobbo book. I'm like, amazing. You never know where it's going to turn out.
I love the Orc books. They're just so like because they're not trying to be the best Warhammer book ever, but they're always so enjoyable.
Mhm.
Shout out to Princess the Squig
And why is Princess called Princess? How?
because it's a pit bull. It's a squig.
Yeah,
Oh,
princess.
because they're on a Titan.
Oh, a
And the
princess.
Squig joins
Yeah.
them. They kill them, and they misread it. And they go princess, and it's a princess. Like, yeah, that's a fun little detail. Like,
They knew what they were
oh,
doing.
you could be princess.
They
Yeah.
knew what they were doing.
It is Princess the Pit Bull as
Yeah.
a personal squig. Oh god, that is a like.
Princess.
We need to do the Uftak episode
Mm-hmm.
at least because that's actually so fun. Those ones.
Yeah,
Mhm.
like
I'd
Bro
happily
got
do this
infected with a virus and became hench, and they went, "I am now smart." Like, wow, what a guy. Ooh. Do you want to try this one, Eli?
Sure. Genesis.
Wow, he
I
actually did
think-
it first time.
Titus needs to die soon. Get him out of there. I'm also okay with that. It's funny when Ultramarine characters are OP, and it's also funny when they die off screen. There's no losing. You can always be happy no matter what an Ultramarine does.
I do hope Space Marine 3 just loads up. It's not Titus anymore. That'd be
Well-
really funny.
Like you play the tutorial, but like instead of 2, where you fight the big boy, what's his name, the big Tyrannid,
No, that was a
Tyrannid Prime?
Was it a Carnifex?
the Carnifex.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's the start.
but instead you fight the Carnifex, and then he falls down, and it's like, no, he didn't go through the Rubicon this time. He's dead. Okay, now play another Space Marine. Like, oh, who playing is now? Gadders. Get Gadders in the helm of it.
No,
You
you
didn't
play-
Titus. You didn't parry. Lol, 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 said Chiron.
Just play as a
Gathering.
servitor. The entire
My Little Servitor, the game. There you go.
Space Marine game, but you're actually the servitor attached to the
Oh,
tank.
Could you imagine a like a kind of
the entire game.
could you imagine a girly pops game where it's like, you know, like those crappy Barbie flash games you see, and they're like accessorize Barbie, but it's a servitor, and it's just like all the different like strand of someone's hair and like different eyeballs and like
If you
engravings and stuff.
there was ever a game where you got to be a tech guy and you had your own servitor retinue and you could dress them up like Barbie dolls or something, that would be awesome.
It's not quite the same. They kind of did a little bit of that with Mechanicus, where how you upgraded your tech priest changed how he looked, which I think was kind of cool. Like the upgrades you got changed his form with different legs and arms and stuff. But yeah,
because Space Marine 2 was quite customizable. Like,
yeah,
I booted it up a few times just to
Ooh, my PC.
customize the character, so I could if I wanted to paint something, I was seeing how it looks before I even painted. It's actually quite cool.
This is the value. This is the only real value that Space Marine 2 has. A Space Marine paint simulator.
As a veteran of Fashion Souls, you take that back, Eli. Fashion is everything.
Hang on now.
I know that's why Cole likes it the most because there's Drip. That's the only reason that guy plays the game.
Drip can make you play a game a lot longer than you ever wanted to be honest.
Well,
many World of Warcraft players are still in the trenches.
Well, hold on, doesn't Dota 2 have skins that are over $1,000? I was like, oh, it's 10 pence, it's 5 pence.
I haven't bought it.
What the? And then I looked at that and I instantly had whiplash. I'm like, oh god, no.
Yeah, you could have a $100,000 Dota inventory probably. It's nowhere near the levels of crazy that CS:GO is though.
Or is it Dead or Alive Beach Volleyball 2 has something like 10 grand's worth of cosmetics you can buy on the marketplace or something crazy?
Wow.
Right.
I'm sure.
Wow.
I'm sure any Paradox Games DLC is running for that trophy as well.
The DLC subscription, the Paradox subscription.
Or what's the is it Genshin Impact? That's the one where it's anime.
All right, well, there's a lot of things wrong with that game.
That's just gotcha games in general, right?
Because they got your wallet.
I wouldn't know. I'm attracted to legal age women.
And we all know that's a bit of a taboo in anime. Anyway.
Wow, the eyebrows were certainly lifted there.
Next one. Lagiacus.
Yes.
Hal, are you beating off? What was that noise?
Am I beating off? No, sorry.
Yeah, baby! That's what I'm talking about.
Woo! I don't know if it's been said, but full stop, remove all the Primarchs. All right, here's my heinous take, right? Let me preface this, right? Right, we're getting on a bit, right? I'm in I know this the most because I'm the oldest. I'm basically 40, 50 in 2 years, right? So at the rate they're going, I'll be dead before any of the other Primarchs come back. Because
are you aging like a clone trooper? What?
No, but think about it. Think it right. So we had Gilman back in 8th edition,
2017,
Gathering Storm, 2017. So 2017. So in the span of almost a decade, we've had 2 Primarchs back from the Loyalists. So
and the Demon Primarchs, to be fair.
Yeah, but let's just concentrate on Loyalists, right?
Care about those.
Vulcan, Lehman Russ, Corvus Corax, Jagatai Khan,
Vulcan?
I said Vulcan.
Already.
I think you're right.
That's everybody.
4 of them.
But if there's one every 4 years, that's 4, 8, 12, 16 years. I'll be 50 by the time they're out. I'm going to be too old to play Warhammer anymore. I'll be like, I've got to get my tombstone sorted out. I've got to pay for my funeral preparations.
Bro, the average Warhammer player is 40.
Yeah, but then they won't be here either.
Yeah.
They'll be like, no, we're gone too. So I'm like,
True.
I understand that there's an element of we don't want to have another end times, but at the same time, when do we say that the setting ends? Because if you think about the shareholders and people who run it, it's they've had a good run of 40 years of this setting. And for the first 10 plus years, it wasn't that vast. It was very we paint the miniatures and we need to have a little set dressing for it. Then they started making the novels about 20 odd plus years ago. And now there's 400 of them. And it's how long is this going to go before we get into soap opera, Emmerdale? I guess maybe we're already in Emmerdale, Coronation Street levels right now of soap opera. But when is too late and when is too soon for a Primarch to return?
When they've run out of scouring novels. Once
2 years time.
At this rate, bro, I think it's gonna be a scouring novel every year. But yeah, to fair, most other things that's pretty good going. There's only you know, 3 Lord of the Rings books, so like and 1 Hobbit prequel one. So you know, not really prequel came out first, but I think we'll be okay. To be honest, it's one of those things like it's a galaxy, it's a universe, it's got time. Oh, what's the gameplay here? Sorry, there's a whole Ogryn that's exploded into meat chunks.
But here's the thing: when we've already mentioned Space Marine fatigue a little bit, when does Warhammer fatigue kick in? If it's like if we got 20 more years before all the Primarchs come back, how many Space Marine novels can we stomach until it's Corvus is here? Like,
that's different because our perspective is completely twisted on it because we
new people get into it and stuff, right?
And also we like consume, we work on it every single day. Most people don't think about Warhammer every single day. We have a problem.
GW has shown multiple times that they don't really care about loyal or old fans, and they just do whatever attracts new people.
Whoever has the money. That is the question of which direction it goes.
Such is the way of the corporation, unfortunately.
Follow the money.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is we should have a Primarch a year, and then we'll be good.
No, I mean,
Colin did the angry teacher.
Everybody hated that.
Kill him.
Yeah, get in the shower. Take a shower there. Wipe that stink off you.
You know, no, I think, to be fair, if it's every other edition, like, pace it out. You've got time.
Every edition's 4 years, man.
No, every other edition. So, like, 8 years.
8 years prime work.
Yeah. So that'll be like another
Gilliman. The shareholders are going to be 11
now. That's kind of my point. It's like the shareholders want to make the bucks.
Well, I'm sorry. Am I asking the shareholders? You're asking me.
No. I'm just saying, like, realistically, if the shareholders are like, could you just like, this is your most popular thing in the setting, which is Primarchs, and they go, yeah. It's like, I'm 58. Could we maybe like make all of them before I'm 100?
Can we squeeze it dry before?
Could we they're going to be like, can we ring this dry?
Move to Florida, guys.
And every time a Primarch comes out, us lore YouTubers, we have a collective orgasm because it's like, oh, we could do a video on that, amazing. And so like it's a case of realistically, like, if it is every other edition we get a Primarch, then it'll be what, like 16th, 18th edition when we get all the loyalists back. And then there's still some chaos Primarchs we haven't seen, like Lorgar. We haven't seen Perturabo in a while. We've seen Morty because he's kind of a bish. But like, there's a few chaos ones we haven't seen in a while. And now Abaddon's been like, oh, what follows from the Black Crusades? Arcs of Omen, I guess? And everyone's like, okay. It's like, what's the next big thing? Because now Cadia's gone. What's the next big thing? Where's Terror?
Have you got your slop vision goggles on finally? Like, as in, like, how we know the gig, we know the game. Like,
I'm just saying that, like,
whatever is interesting. Like, they produce a lot of stuff. We just pick out the interesting bits.
Yeah. But I'm just like, it's now. Yeah, I don't know. It's just the thing of like post 999 M41, we're now in this new millennium, and I'm like, Godblight was fun, but now I'm also like, now what's like the next Infinity War equivalent, where like Cadia was that for Warhammer, and then there was other things like Devastation of Baal and stuff, but now there's like, we've had Rin's World, we've had Hell's Reach, we've had blah 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 blah, we've had all these classic things that have gestated over like a decade plus. Now I'm like, what have we got now? Armageddon 5?
Yeah, honestly, Armageddon has been beaten to death, resurrected, and beaten again. Like, I might be over Armageddon.
Let it die. Blow it up. Blow up Armageddon.
Like, it can't be the fifth war because it's been like 10 years or something at most.
Yeah, it make it. Yeah, it's silly. The orcs have been trying. This is the orcs Cadia. This is everyone makes fun of Abaddon for failing to take Cadia a couple times. But the orcs have been fighting for how long? And Gaskell hasn't taken Armageddon once. Like, the orcs are kind of a meme.
The fight is the fun to them. There is no victory. The fight is victory.
Winning is boring.
And who do you have to fight?
I mean, the next planet.
Yeah, but this planet keeps giving
Like,
good fights. You don't want to conquer it, then there's no more Armageddon fights.
Here's a pitch for you, right? What if the Drukhari allied with the Harlequins? Because they already work quite well with them. Because the Harlequins are just like, we need to make the Eldar race strong, no matter what. We're kind of on everyone's side in the Eldar, but at no one's side at the same time.
Make Commorragh great again.
No, my idea would be, what if the Drukhari make a webway like backdoor to attack Terra, and they basically go like, we're gonna like attack the throne world from the webway, and we're gonna do a mass assault so that we can dethrone the Emperor, and therefore like we've got them by the balls because we're the ones who have to repair it anyway, but also we could put some pressure on, and then you could have like the Drukhari have like a fun thing. Because they're not doing anything. Let's be
Everyone in the
honest.
comments getting grumpy that I think Caddy instead of Katie, whatever. It's
No,
gone. It's gone. It's exploded. Who cares?
That one translation of the German version of Space Marine 2, where it's the commissar on the tank goes, Cardia! You go, the rock eyebrow. So you've seen that. That's Emperor.
I think, do you have one last one? Did we have it on the... yeah, it must be the last big one.
This is number 15. This is from Irrational Sense again.
Nice.
The next big Space Marine focused character will be the Imperial Fist Chapter Master. Edit. No, Dawn isn't returning to fight Purty. We're finally going to write something about this guy, possibly poorly. Here's the problem with that. Can anyone name the Imperial Fist Chapter Master?
I thought it was Lysander for the longest freaking time. I know.
Admiral Thrawn.
Gavin, is G and N or something?
His name is Gregor Decian.
Okay.
And he replaced the previous guy who died like in universe 10 years ago, who replaced the previous guy who in universe died 10-ish years ago. It's like, he hasn't even got art. Like, they should just make Lysander the chapter master, because he has an interesting thing, was like, he was lost in the warp for 1,000 years, came out, no problem. Get him to like back into the first company. He had a few books. I've read them. They're all right. They're pretty good. Put him in Chapter Master. Why not? He's got a mini. He's already Mr. Fist. Make him Mr. Fist proper. Go on.
Top 10 things are never going to happen. The Imperial Fists are the neglected child of the Space Marines. Not that, to be fair, I'm saying that compared to Xenos, they are the child who's received a bouquet every year on their birthday, whereas Xenos don't receive anything.
It's that meme of the child in the swimming pool with the mother, and then like in the water struggling to swim is like the Imperial Guard, and then under the water is the Eldar as a skeleton, and it's like Eldar /
Damn.
I don't know. Like, I don't think Colin's bothered about Imperial Fists.
I don't think many people are, unfortunately.
I think they're cool, but I'm also not in a rush to read about them.
Is anybody? Like, fair, the heresy stuff is cool. I did like that.
Yeah, all their cool heresy guys went to the other chapters, though.
Yeah,
true.
Dawn is cool though. Dawn is surprisingly quite an interesting Primarch.
Rogel Door is dead. Get over it. Shut the door on Dawn. Hashtag shut the door. Shut the fridge.
Other than that, though, thank you guys for all the comments. But if you guys wanted to participate, you're a listener, we are obviously on Discord as well. If that's where everyone was sending their responses. So if you want to make us say funny things, by the way, there were things we could not say for YouTube purposes, because I'm pretty sure some of the stuff you guys were saying after I asked you for help was heinous. Yeah, that was pretty bad.
Before we're done, does everyone want to say their one heinous lore take?
What is Bamf the Rave said? Boulder punching asshole. Like, what does this even respect? Like,
it's Chris Redfield, please.
Yeah. Well, you've already kind of heard my one, which is I think we need more Primarchs more quickly, because I'm getting on and I want to see it before I die. So that's my heinous take.
How?
I want to be pitched.
Oh, sorry. It was the one from Lollipop who said, maybe depends on the woman, but yeah, fair. We need more monstrous women. That was also a comment of like no context whatsoever.
Wow.
I think it's not really a heinous lore take, but I think I said it a few times in different streams. Like I would just kill more with the Primarchs off, and I would happily I'm talking Nurgle eats one, like whatever. Like I think a few more of them should have died so they become more interesting in mythology.
One of them messed up real bad to have that be their fate.
One
And to
gets
be
stabbed
clear-
death
How
in
did you get
Denny's.
there?
Stabbed
To
to
be
death
clear-
in Denny's.
I don't mind if the Primarchs come back quickly and then die off quickly. It's like cool. But as long as Jagatai survives, I'll be fine.
Mhm,
Yeah,
mhm.
'cause he's cool.
One tripped and fell in the shower.
Colin?
One fell down
Mine
to
is-
stairs.
Mine is always
Fancy one.
Yeah, mine is always Games Workshop can so easily have their cake and eat it too. Make Storm of Chaos the old world timeline so we can have Warhammer Fantasy and AOS. It's right there. It would be so easy. I guess that's more of a company decision. I'm failing that. It would be bring back Felix. Bring back Felix. I don't care. Bring back Felix.
Yeah. Respectable.
Failing that, just confirm Franz is the Celestin Prime.
I
Mhm.
want to always change my subtitle, by the way, whenever I'm doing this stream. Thanks, Andy. I know it's you. It must be. Is that everybody in?
I think
so. Oh, no,
Farsight
sorry.
should
I must say,
Don't
yes.
forget
Wait.
Eli.
return to the Tau Empire. Anva's dead. The big bad evil guy is dead. Farsight should go back and make amends with the Ethereals, especially, and Aon Chi can facilitate it.
I was going to say, Eli, would you be opposed to Aon Chi becoming the main ethereal? The
That'd be
guy in
cool.
charge?
He does. It would. I feel it'd be weird for him, but he is getting super old. So
He's the
be
only one
cool.
left. Aon
Yeah.
Do is dead. Aon Chi is dead. He's the only game in
Aon Va-
town.
Aon Chi's around.
Aon Va's
that'd
good,
be that'd be He would make a good leader. He's more of a like, I'm on the front lines, goofing off type of guy, but he's a wise fellow, and he would be a good ethereal supreme.
You
He's
could-
like extremely old, though.
You could
But
retract
they can
some of
live
the
forever
Phil
because
Kelly.
rejuvenation.
He
so
could be
whatever.
like, hey, maybe that like manipulation stuff was real, but let's return back to 10 years ago because I'm here. And
yeah.
we can
Well,
soft
the
reboot.
the most recent Farsight book implies that Aon Chi has been like making changes and stuff, or at least working on it. But like, it's weird in the timeline because it happens before Anva's dead, and now Anva's dead, and there hasn't been any actual like change. Like, I don't know what's happened. Dog.
Puppy,
Dog
puppy,
is on
puppy,
screen
puppy,
for
puppy,
the
So
audio
huge.
listeners.
puppy, 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 puppy.
Aw,
Big Tommy.
Big puppy.
Puppy, puppy, puppy.
lovely.
We love puppy.
So
What a
cute.
way to end the stream.
Yeah, I thank you guys for listening.
I was hoping that would calm her down, but it's done the exact
It's done
opposite.
the opposite.
Mhm.
Now she's like, I'm famous. I'm a star.
And we have one donation left from Joe
We do.
Pippin.
Oh, no.
Joe Pippin, I have not forgotten you. He's there going, read my donation. I see it. I see it. I see it. Just found out Lovecraft cat's name, man. What the fuck? Yeah.
Yeah.
This is Hal's idol, by the way. Hal's
No,
Lovecraft's number one guy.
Loves them.
No, the dude is creepy as hell.
Just don't Google what Eric Clapton's Fender Stratocaster was called. You'll be fine. Yeah.
All right.
He's
Anyway,
no,
that was
yeah.
That's all
your
we got.
heinous takes.
That's all we
Apparently,
got.
I learned from Possum he did not name the cat, but he
Ah.
kept the cat's name. So,
Oh.
I'm just kidding, Possum. I'm
Could
throwing
have
you
just
under
been
the
like,
bus.
his name is George now. Like that would have been the same take. Like, no,
I'm just kidding, Possum. All right, we'll see you guys all very soon on the next ones. Thank you so much for listening, for watching on
Right,
Spotify
love
and
you.
all that good stuff. And see you guys soon. Bye.
Thank you very much,
Bye,
everybody. We
everybody.
love you. Long time.
Say bye to Athena, everyone in the chat.
The dog. Bye.